Hi, how y'all doing? It is Sunday, the 14th of January, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the skies are still cloud covered. We've seen the sun though, it's shining through. There's a thin veil of clouds and snow, right? So it's brightened things up a little bit, right? Seen a little tiny bit of blue sky, but it wasn't clear. So that's our forecasted weather for today. I got up in the rising and slept in a little bit till about 7. Got up in the rising, did what I always do. Looked outside, seeing all the snow. We got about a foot of snow last night. Went out, warmed up the truck, shoveled it, cleaned it all off because I knew that the plow truck guy would come, right? Because it's district housing where I live, and it's their job to do it. So when we have supposed to move our vehicles at a certain time so they can do our spots. But there was nowhere to move our vehicles because the parking lots were all still plowed in. Or not plowed yet. I apologize for that. Um, so I sat here and watched, and then finally I seen him coming and he cleaned out the neighboring parking lot to me. So I went out, got in the truck, and took it over there, and so they plowed my spot. So I got that done. Right. Sometimes I miss them, but I got them today. I was happy about that. Synchronicity. I am synchronicity. Everything works out for me. Right. It does. Um, and yeah, watched a couple of people on YouTube. Right. The tarot card reader. I've been her channel got stolen, right? Bootleg. They kicked her off of the internet, completely took her channel right off. But meanwhile, there's people in China that are allowed to copy her video, record her videos, and put them on and pretend that they're her, right? Kind of skeevy. I won't subscribe to it. I won't. But I can't afford to go to where the woman's platform is. So at least for the broadcast people, right? I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I'm still getting the information, and that because I resonate with her big time, right? She was my go-to when I first came out of this, and I was alone and thought that nobody else knew what I knew. Her cards, the questions she asked, right, were the questions that I had already answered, or the creators had already answered to me. So I just needed to confirm, and she confirmed everything, and she still continues to. So I don't know if it's a moral thing to be watching when it's somebody who stole her channel, right? I've reported several of them in the past. So I don't know. I'll have to ask my higher self and see, right? Because if I report the channel and get rid of it, then I don't have that information anymore. So, I'm not sure. I'll have to think on it. I will. When I was talking to my buddy George yesterday too, right? He was starting to talk to me about politicians and stuff like that, how the government's corrupt and all this. He's getting it, right? It's coming out in, mainstream media or something because he's getting it, and he's an avid TV watcher, right? Like news and stuff like that. He says he doesn't, but I know he does. So he's getting it, and he was saying something about how the politicians, he wants a revolution. I said, "Oh, you want a revolution?" I said, "We're already in one, This is what this is all about." And then I told him, "I don't know why you believe in paid liars." I said, "All actors, if they want to work, they have to be registered to this certain website. It's IM, hang on, BD, right? IMBD. If you're an actor and you want to work, you register on that website." So I told him I did the research. You can too, George, right? Go on it and think of any politician, any town mayor, right? anybody like that and put their name in and see if they're an actor. I said, because all actors are paid liars, right? They don't get up in front of in front of a movie camera, and be like, "Hi, my name's John Smith, and I'm going to act as a bad guy in this movie," and you know, that's not how they do it. They're paid liars. That's what an actor is, a paid liar. So why would you believe the government and the mayors when they're all registered to the actor's website? And he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes, really. Check it out. Do your own research." Okay? It blows me away. But yeah, it's just what it is. It is what it is, right? What else did I write down? Oh, there was something else too. Like, how do you say it? Shaolin monks in China, right? I was watching a video of the history, right, on how they saved the emperor's life uh, in the 1500s or something like that. Oh, that might not be right, but a very long time ago, right? They've been around for 15 generations at the time of this video I watched. And I remember watching something about them when I was a young girl, like maybe 10, and it amazed me, right? How people could do feats of strength, mess with fire and not get burnt or get broken bones and stuff like this, right? Because they knew how to harness their chi. And it's always resonated with me big time. Well, when I was watching this documentary on the Shaolin monks, it resonated with me big time. And I thought, I talked to a guru one time when I'd gotten depression. I think it was 2016, something like that. I've never had it before. It was horrible. I had it for a whole year, every day. I woke up crying. I cried all day, right? I had nightmares all night. I'd wake up in the morning and think, how many ways can I off myself today? And then I'd cry because that's not me. I'm not going to do that. It would cause trauma to whoever found me, right? So I hooked up online with a guru. He don't call himself that, but that's what he kind of is to me, an older man, right? And we talked, and he had mentioned that because of the way I read books and I kept my binder and stuff like that when I wanted to upgrade when I was in my 30s, that possibly in a previous life I was Asian. I was probably Asian because that's how they do it. And because I resonate with the Shaolin monks, I'd be thinking that when you are attracted to stuff like that and it really resonates with you, right? And it's not who you are right now, that's a previous life, right? You're interested in it, you're attracted to it because you know this stuff. You know it's truth, fact, right? Okay? So, yeah, it just warms my heart to get confirmations like this. It does. I've been watching different people on YouTube, right? But they're educated, okay? They've gone to university, they've gone to college, finished high school, gone to college and university, and they think that they're really smart, all right? Younger generation and stuff like even the older generation. And all my research has said that school makes you dumber. It takes you away from critical thinking. It takes you away from common sense, what I call uncommon sense, right? And so while I'm listening to them, I could hear the programming in their voices, and see their ego stand up because I went to university for this, okay? But they don't realize that they have been misschooled. They've been taught the wrong facts. They've just gotten like stuff from scholastic masturbators. Somebody who reads a book teaches you what the book says, word for word, but never questions anything they read, even though it might feel like it's wrong or confusing to them or they don't understand that word, right? They'll still teach it to you the way that they've read it, the way they were taught. That's not good. That's why we're in this mess with the school system, right? Well, they're making children stupider and not smarter. So I'm having a hard time collecting good information on certain subjects, shall we say, right? Because I can see the programming. And then you got people saying, well, you need to go out and get a certificate, get yourself a better education. And it's like, be taught by the cult? No, thank you. That's not a good thing, right? At first, because of the programming in me, being shamed and blamed and stuff like that, because I never went to high school, um, that tries to seek back in, right? And say, well, you're not as good as these people, Teresa. You're not as smart as these people. See, you don't know this stuff. You never went to school, right? And then it clicks for me again, and I'd be like, yeah, they're educated morons. Do you know what I mean? They have no idea. They don't. They're not genuine. They're just parroting, being a mockingbird, repeating word for word what they were taught instead of questioning it. Okay? It's just something that I'd thought about earlier. Things that sometimes I struggle with that I have to keep on remembering. It's not like that anymore, Teresa. You know the truth. You've woken up. Come on, smarten up. Right? That's what my mother used to say. Come on, smarten up. Right? So, yeah. I've been alone all day. Haven't talked to anybody. Not a soul. Right? And I feel okay about it. I do. The Schuman today is at 51. So I just read it about half an hour ago. It was posted. And I knew it was higher today because I've had more energy when I was out cleaning off the truck and shoveling the step. I had lots of energy. I wasn't dragging my arse around, right? My heart's lighter. I feel happier. I do. So, yeah, the planets are changing alignment again. But it feels good, whatever it is for me today. I woke up, my ears weren't ringing. So, how about that, right? They started this afternoon just a tiny little bit, but not too loud. I haven't seen any birds in the sky today. I seen a raven yesterday. So, that was nice, right? It was. Excuse me. Still congested a bit, but I'll get over it. I will. I'm just going to take it easy, make my dinner. I was thinking about getting takeout. I don't know. It's cold here. It's like -9, right? Ontario was saying too. When I was in the truck warming it up, moving it around, there was a news that was on. I never watched the news, eh? So, and it was somebody, the newscaster was saying in Ontario, Doug Ford says we might have rolling blackouts because the stress on the electrical system and all this stuff, which is a bunch of bullshit, right? Because we have our electrical system is run by water. We have lots of water, right? So we have, well, I can't think of hydroelectric dams, right? They pump it out like crazy. So I was thinking, I wonder what this is really supposed to mean, right? It could be something to show you how bad the government is, right? Or it could be the lighter side of things. It could be that they're hooking us up to the Tesla coils, getting ready for the free energy. They would have to just connect an old system to connect a new one, I would think. Right? I was thinking about that too, the artificial sun in China. Okay, they have a sun. I thought it was up in the sky. And who was it? Somebody explained to me. It's not in the sky. It's in the earth. It's in a building or whatever in the earth. China says they'll be able to power the whole world with this sun. All right. So I was thinking, why would they need to power the whole world? We have a sun, right? They're saying it's cleaner energy and all that. It's not nature, so it's not cleaner in my mind. But kind of, if Earth is a ship, I suppose we'd need a power, something to power it, right? If the old system's gone down, the old engine burnt out, whatever. Something like that. Could be. It could be Tesla technology too, right? It could, because not all of China's bad. Half of it's the good guys. The other half is the dark hats, the bad guys, right? The communism, stuff like that, for lack of a better word, because I don't follow their politics very much at all, right? I don't. But I just feel it. I feel how it resonates with my body. I like to use my imagination, because the imagination has more facts in it than what you've learned in school and what you've learned in science, what they say, right? They've already proven over half of the papers they've written are lies. So why would you believe anything they said? That's where I stand. It is. All right. I think that's enough for today. Let's hope tomorrow's another lovely day. The energy is supposed to be good, so we shall see. I got a little tickle. It started last night in my throat, right here. It's just the right side. All right? It's causing me to cough like I have to cough something up, right? It started last night. It was fine. It only lasted for about half an hour and then it went away. And then it started this afternoon again. I wonder what that's from. What could that be, right? If we feel the earthquakes and the volcanoes erupting in our body, it causes us physical pain because we're all connected and we're connected to the earth. Then I wonder what this means. What could be happening that would cause this, right? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. All right. That's enough of that. I hope you're all doing well. I really do. Be synchronicity, right? See the synchronicities. Maybe on the next video, I'll talk about how to know when you're getting messages from the universe, from source, from the creator, creatress, whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah. All right. That's enough for today. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.